There is a message from National Treasures. Please check it. There's something inoffensive, maybe even cute, about this squatting bronze tiger. At first glance, you might even be hard-pressed to identify it as a relic from thousands of years ago. But that's exactly what it is. It belonged to a military commander, an emblem of power invested in him by a king. And what better symbol of military prowess, of a monarch, than that king of the beasts, the tiger? Whoever possessed it wielded the power of a king, which is why, 2,000 years ago, Lord Shen risked his life in order to get his hands on it. It had been a hard day for Lord Shen from the state of Wei, one of the 4 lords of the Warring States period. All day, he'd been struggling with an agonizing dilemma. The Qin army had besieged the capital of the state of Zhao. If the state of Zhao was wiped out, the neighboring state of Wei would be threatened. But being afraid of Qin's revenge, the king of the state of Wei repeatedly refused his request to reinforce the state of Zhao. Lord Shen was convinced that reinforcing Zhao was the best strategy. With the king reluctant to act, there was nothing for it but to take the decision himself. And that's exactly what he decided to do, which is why he stole the Tiger Tally. With its power in his hands, he mustered the troops and marched to rescue the state of Zhao. His coup came off. Zhao was saved, and the state of Wei left secure for now. But despite the importance of the Tiger Tally, only 3 of them remain in existence today. The Tiger Tally of Du County, kept in the Shanxi History Museum, has the longest inscriptions of any of them. According to the 40 gold inlaid characters, it's a symbol of military power, one part kept in the hands of the king, the other in the hands of general, charged with carrying out his will. Thus, only when a messenger brought the king's part of the tally and matched it with the general's, could a commander muster his troops and begin a campaign. The Warring States period was a time of ceaseless conflict, a war of all against all, when life was nasty, brutish, and short. The balance of power, therefore, was critical, and a hasty decision on the part of a general bent on using his own initiative could have catastrophic consequences. That's one reason why these emblems came into being, to prevent generals from overextending their authority. That's why these tigers came in 2 parts, one for the king, the other for the general. Only when the 2 parts were joined would the authority of the general in the field be activated. The army would only march if it was convinced that it was doing the will of the king. But it wasn't the only way of sending orders. Another kind of token, or pass, called a jie, was also used. This is the bronze pass of Prince Qi, Lord of Ua. It's kept in Anhui Museum, and in a sense, it's a very early form of passport. It was issued by King Huai of the state of Chu to his son Qi, or Lord of Ua, in 323 BC. There were 2 types of bronze pass, one for boats, the other for types of vehicles. Each of the parties held 1/2. Only if the 2 parts matched would the bearer be given free passage. Of course, these were fairly rudimentary methods of establishing identity, authority, and credentials, eventually fading from historical record. But a start had been made. It would be for later generations to develop the vast, elaborate systems of identification and enforcement, which would in time take root across the whole of society, becoming the cornerstone of the maintenance of the Chinese social order.